buying a house using a VA loan and you're weighing the pros and cons versus a conventional loan, I'll break down some of the differences in this video. Hi, I'm Jill Ward with Century 21 Island Homes. Welcome to another episode of Aloha O'ahu. On this video, we're going to break down the differences between choosing a VA loan or a conventional loan. Please note that I am not a lender, but I'm happy to refer you to one to discuss your specific circumstances. I speak to my clients about getting loans generally, so they can make an educated decision about what will get their offer accepted and what will be best for them. Buying a house can be confusing when it comes to your financing and determining what kind of loan is the smart choice for you. The major difference between these two loans is that a VA loan is strictly meant for veterans, whereas a conventional loan is open to anyone who qualifies. If you're a veteran, first of all, thank you for your service. Second, please don't let anyone tell you that a VA loan is a bad product. It's actually one of the best to use in most cases. But we have to remember that not everyone qualifies for a VA loan, and VA loans don't apply to all properties. Now, let's go over a conventional loan. A conventional loan typically offers the best terms and is best used for borrowers who have a minimum down payment of 3.5%. However, many borrowers put as much as 10 to 20% down. Remember, the more you can put down, the lower your monthly payment will be. The closing costs are lower and the rate tends to be competitive. Conventional loans tend to work best for borrowers with good credit who can put upwards of 5% down. Sellers like accepting offers that are based on conventional loans because they believe that they will close more smoothly. Now, let's talk about VA loans. If you're looking up information on VA loans, chances are you're affiliated with the military and may qualify for one. Generally speaking, you will qualify for a VA loan if you served 90 consecutive days of active duty during wartime or 180 days during peacetime. Or you served 6 years in the National Guard, or you are the spouse of a service member who passed away while serving or suffers from a service-related disability. When it comes to rates, VA loans are some of the most competitive rates around, and they're often less than 30-year conventional loans. And the credit standards to receive a guaranteed VA loan can be more lax than conventional loans. As of January 1st, 2020, VA loans now have no cap or limit to the amount of money that a vet can borrow. If the VA lender is willing to underwrite such a loan, the VA will insure it. So let's play a quick game of this versus that. VA loans versus conventional loans. A VA loan requires no down payment by the lender, whereas with a conventional loan, you will need a certain percentage of the purchase price down. But please keep in mind that with your VA loan, your realtor may advise you that a deposit, even a small one, may be required in the eyes of the seller. When you're using a VA loan, you must use it for your primary residence, which means you have to live in it. Whereas with a conventional loan, you can live in the property, use it for a secondary residence, or even an investment property. With a VA loan, there is no formal credit score limit or debt-to-income ratio with a VA loan. It will be up to the lender who services the VA loan, but with a conventional loan, there are more firm limits with your credit score and DTI. With VA loans, you will pay for closing costs and the VA funding fee, whereas with conventional loans, you'll only pay closing costs. So in most cases, VA loans are the way to go due to the overwhelming number of pros. We have used my husband's VA eligibility several times, so I have enjoyed using the benefit myself. In some cases, a conventional loan may be the right choice for you, even if you qualify for a VA loan. Some examples include if the veteran already has their VA eligibility tied up in another property, if they have a generous amount of funds for a down payment so that the overall cost would be less by avoiding that VA funding fee, or if they want more equity in their home right away. And in some cases, you cannot use VA loans on certain types of properties, such as some condominium buildings, condominium property regimes that have not been approved, and if the property was not up to VA appraisal standards. It's never too early to begin getting your financing in line. The truth is, the more you prepare in advance, the less stressful it's going to be in the long run. I really hope this video answered some of your questions in regards to the differences between a VA loan and a conventional loan. Regardless of what kind of a property you will be purchasing, you will need to decide how to best finance it. Knowing which loan is the most beneficial is the most important part. If you have any additional questions, always please feel free to reach out. I'm Jill Ward with Century 21 Island Homes. Aloha.